The Rodale Institute is a 501c3 nonprofit that works in the area of organic agriculture. We're a research and education facility. We're a national and international organization, so we work all over the world with partners that are trying to transition farms and farmers from conventional to organic. We had to create a new restroom facility at our visitor center. Our old facility was dilapidated and needed replacement. And so we looked at all the options that were out there. You know, there's a real smorgasbord of opportunities out there when you start to be creative and inventive. One of the challenges that we gave ourselves was that the project that we put in place had to have impact. It had to be adoptable and adaptable by a lot of different people. Otherwise, why do it? It wasn't just to showcase what could be done if we used our imagination, but really what should be done across the landscape. We went with something that was small in footprint, so it could fit on any lot, something that would encourage and enable land developers to move off of good farmland onto more marginal lands, because we're using too much of our good farmland to build houses on simply because it's the easiest place to bring water in and get water out. Our goal with this project was to collect roof water, so it's kind of a use and reuse system. Before the rain percolates into the ground and we drink it, we're going to capture it. We're going to use it to charge our toilets in our restroom facility, and then using constructed wetlands technology, purify the water to essentially stream discharge standards. So we could dump it into a stream, it's that clean, but instead we use it a second time to water the landscaping around the building through a drip irrigation system. Then it percolates into the ground, and then we get to drink it. Hooking up to the centralized sewer system, we're putting in a standard sand mound system. That's old technology. If you really want to enter the modern world and have a state-of-the-art system that truly is the highest classification system you could have, it would be a constructed wetlands. The Water Purification Eco Center makes sense for this operation because it's based on biology. Everything we do here at the Institute, whether it's about soil health or healthy food production, comes from the premise that we're all biological creatures and that biology is the science that's going to allow us to function on this planet and regenerate the soils, regenerate crops, and regenerate ourselves as we exist here. Our visitors are really amazed that, not that the system works, but that it works so efficiently. When they enter our restroom facility, it looks like a standard restroom facility. It looks very friendly to them, or at least expected or commonplace. What's not commonplace is what happens to the water after it leaves the system. When they get to see our wetlands, they think it's going to be wet. It's dry. They think it's going to be messy or ugly. It's clean and bright and beautiful and blends in with the landscape. It doesn't look Stalinesque. It doesn't look like a concrete tank. It's beautiful and designed into the landscape. So people are amazed at first. Then once they understand what we're doing, then they want to know how they can build one at their house. Our systems met all our expectations in terms of efficiency of design, cost effectiveness. We use solar panels to power our system, but you don't need that. You can pick and choose any one of the components. You don't have to collect rainwater off the roof to charge the system. We just chose to add these pieces together. You don't have to have the drip irrigation system. We chose to package that in there. So it's a tight loop and it completely circulates through the system basically for free. Our system's incredibly easy to maintain. We have some pumps on our systems. If you are on a hillside that allows for gravity flow, you would not need pumps, but on our system we have some pumps. And so there's a little bit of routine maintenance to make sure the pumps are operational. Our system has been in the ground for about 6 years, fully operational for at least 5 of those 6 years. And you can tell it's working great because the facilities department never mentions it. It just does its thing, day in and day out. Because we are a research organization. We have lysimeters buried around the building so we can capture water that's leaving the ground, coming out of the flower beds and the vegetable beds. And we can capture that and analyze it for any contaminants that might be there. And what's really exciting is that we're finding that there's just nothing there. It's basically clean water.